Hi guys, today's video is my smoking history. I haven't done one for a long time, and a couple of guys inspired me to do it. OBCIGREVIEWS, most recently, that's Chris from Ireland. Go and check out his link in the description, along with all the other new reviewers that are on here. Okay, I was born in 1966. Yep, I'm 47. And my parents were strict non-smokers. I was sent to boarding school from the ages of 11 to 16, and I tried my first cigarette when I was 12. The boarding school was at Bishop Stortford. It's now called Anglo-European School, where all the subjects are taught in French. Unfortunately, back in when I went, 1977 through to 82, it was completely different, and I didn't learn French, which to this day I regret. The only time you in a week you could go into the town, but you had to wear full uniform, school uniform, which was a bummer. But on a weekend you could go in your own clothes. And when I was 12, there's 4 of us who went on a weekend to the town, went to a park, and I had my first cigarette, which was a Marlboro Red. I coughed at first. We had pulled our money together to buy this pack, and then started to enjoy smoking. I wasn't addicted at first. I only did it on the weekend, and perhaps a couple of cigarettes a week. The main problem is when you're under 16 and without no job, is a lack of funds. I tried various brands: JPS, B&H Gold, Marlboro Reds, Embassy No. 1, and an old English cigarette called John Player No. 6. These are like Mavericks. They were very short, and it's a shame they don't make them today. I didn't realise at the time, but I was smoking full strength cigarettes like you guys get in everywhere outside Europe. Since 1991, our nicotine and tar levels have been cut down, and that's due to the health and safety good European Union. We're now been limited since 2003 to 10 milligrams tar, 1 milligram of nicotine. Out of all the cigarettes I just said, I like John Player No. 6 the best, also Marlboro Reds. Now this clip's going to dissolve to the next one. Okay guys, so basically I was 13, 14 years old and having a few cigarettes a week. I was trying to increase my consumption, but funds was limited. Still smoking with the same 4 friends on the weekend. I got bullied a lot, as some of you know from my life stories videos, so that's why I didn't really mix with the bullies who were also smokers as well. They went to one park, we went to the other. When I was 15, the school allowed me to do something which probably wouldn't get past health and safety today. I and another guy absolutely hated football. I'm not very good at it, and I hated football even to today. I played with my nephews, but that's about it. So instead of football, which we both weren't particularly good at, he suggested we do cross-country running, which basically is, you're meant to have done a 5-mile circuit. So me and him, we ran out the gate, immediately started walking to the local corner shop, because back in 1980, of course, 82, you could buy cigarettes illegally, but it was fairly easy, from corner shops without being asked your age. You just said there was someone else. So for the next 2 years, instead of doing football, me and him had an extra smoke section over the playground in our games lesson. It was way better than football. Also, when I was 15, something else happened. I noticed a couple of guys who were friendly in the year below smoked, so they used to meet us up on a weekend over our park and used to smoke with them also. I suppose my addiction started really when I was 15 years old, and the main problem, as I said, was funds, and I just wished I could afford to smoke more and get a job. I left home at 16 and went to college, where I did a sort of business thing, a little bit of accounts. I also learnt to type 30 words a minute. The most, at the time, I think there was only about 6 out of the 25 people in that class were boys. The rest were girls. It's a skill today which I'm so glad I learnt, because obviously when I worked at Customs and Excise for 2 years, we didn't use computers because it was 1984 through to 86, and after that I've never had to use a computer in my job, so I was a postal worker or a driver. So I'm really glad I learned to type. Anyway, this clip's going to dissolve to the next one. Getting back to the college. We could smoke not in the classrooms in college, but you could smoke in everywhere else except the classrooms. And a few of us, I wasn't bullied at college at all, used to light up all the time while we were at college. I got a Saturday job in the supermarket to pay for the cigarettes, but my parents obviously found out I was smoking. They did not let me smoke in the house, and that's one of the reasons, apart from me being gay and having an unsuitable girlfriend. The latter was the final straw, me having a girlfriend, and he chucked me out age 20. But that's a bit later on. I passed the business course, and in 1984 I got my first job in Customs and Excise in central London. 1984 was a completely different world. To get to work, I could either walk 10 minutes or get a bus. If I got on a bus, you could have a smoker at the back. I got on an overground train for 20 minutes. You could smoke on the overground train. I then went on the underground for 10 minutes, the deep level underground, and you could smoke on a tube, or metro, whatever you call it, or subway, depending which country you're from. It was outlawed about 2 years later after a fire, but for 2 years I smoked on the underground. We were allowed to continue to smoke, obviously, on the overground trains to about 2003. Once I got to work, everywhere you could smoke. the haters hadn't got around to banning it, and I then got the money and tried loads of different other brands, but my everyday smoke was B&H Gold and Old Holborn rolling tobacco. I smoked about 20 filtered cigarettes and 10 rolling tobacco rollies, and also I went on holiday to Italy, Spain, France a little bit, Holland and Canada, where I tried the local cigarettes there. YouTube wasn't around, so I couldn't make videos. I have also been to Malaysia and tried the local Malaysian cigarettes as well. When I was 30, I discovered through a friend about unfiltered cigarettes. I know it sounds obvious, they're on the shelf, but because they're slightly hidden, like they weren't in prominent position and they did not say unfiltered on them, I just never got round to trying them. Plus there was only about 4 or 5 brands available. My favourite is Senior Service or Woodbines, both quality in the UK. I like Camels when I can get hold of them from Europe, unfiltered, and I don't smoke them big time. I only have, say, 2 in the evening, just to relax. And so that's a little bit about my smoking history. The last segment deals with this channel, and that's clips coming next. Okay, 3.5 years ago I started this channel, and although I tried the cigarettes which I've just described from the countries I've visited, I've never tried Indonesian ones, I never tried American ones, and I hadn't tried dip or snuff or SNUS or chewing tobacco. This channel for the last 3.5 years has introduced me to a whole world of cigarettes which I never imagined, and tobacco products. I have done a load of pack swaps since then, and I'd like to thank in particular Petros, also Johan, Max, for doing the most pack swaps. Also Tree Line Smoker, that's Peter, for doing American cigarettes. There have been other pack swaps, and you know who you are. There's too many to mention in this video, but thank you so much to the people who, as a lot of cigarettes and tobacco is not available in the UK, which is in Europe, for instance. I discovered the joys of snuff, SNUS, etc. And as I said, I smoke around 30 a day, 20 cigarettes and 10 rollies. I have the occasional cigar and use DIPPIN tobacco when I can get hold of it. I have to import it from America, and SNUS and SNUFF occasionally as well. I still have my unfiltered cigarettes, 2 in the evening. And thanks for watching this video. In the description you're going to see a guide to all my videos. That's my filtered cigarettes listing, my flavoured cigarettes, my unfiltered cigarettes, my rolling tobacco, my other cigars, pipe, tobacco, snuff and dipping, etc. My guide to rolling papers, guide to tobacco review shows, and that will be back after my holiday. Also to my other videos, including a guide to Walthamstow, a guide to Brighton, a guide to Berlin, my news story index, and all my silent videos. I hope you enjoyed this smoking history. There's still lots of tobacco and cigarettes I haven't tried, and I hope to over the next few years. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for personal messaging, commenting, rating and subscribing to me. And also, big thank you goes again to the pack swappers. Thanks for watching my smoking history. I've been smoking now for over 30 years. Stay lit, guys. Thanks for watching.